going to talk to you today about failure, about what I see in life as being important and imperative that we all experience it so we can grow and become a more resilient, more determined and more focused individual in life, because I think without failure we can't grow. So today's beach topic is how to fail in life and still win, because my life has pretty much been one series of failures after failure after failure. Yet I'm still standing, I'm still thriving, I'm still surviving. Despite my sore throat of the last week or so, my voice is completely and utterly just disintegrated. I've not been able to talk, if I'm honest. It's starting to come back in now. Hence why I've not recorded any videos. But I'm pleased to say I'm back. The weather's warmed up. My fingers are no longer freezing cold down on the beach. It's around about 11 degrees Celsius today. So it's a perfect time to get back into it. So let's do it. Let's talk about failure, because it's our best friend at the end of the day. So right now you could argue, or I could certainly argue with myself, that I'm failing in my aims and my ambitions of becoming a successful YouTube creator. Now, by success, I don't mean thousands and thousands of views every episode, but success for me would be building a little small community of people who appreciate my word, appreciate the sentiment that I put into these videos every time I upload. I'm kind of nowhere near that level, that metric that I've set for myself yet, but that success I'm hoping will come over the next few months as I develop this style of philosophy, this style of me opening my mind up and talking to you as I walk and talk wherever I am. A beach is the most obvious place for me because this is a few minutes from my house. So it's easy for me to drive down to the beach and have this vast, wide open space where I can wax lyrical about what comes into my head and the subject matter that I want to discuss and I want to talk about with you. Now I'm going to say you because I feel like I'm talking to somebody out there, just one person personally. I'm going to stop saying guys as if thousands of people are watching, because I know that's not the case. However, I do know that there are one or two people who do watch through the entirety of these videos. Now the sun's going to be completely against me here today, so I'm going to look washed out in a lot of this footage. So I've got the sun directly over my shoulder here. So these are not ideal conditions to be filming in when it's extremely bright sunlight like this. But hey, you take what you can get. Now, while the ocean might look reasonably calm today and reasonably peaceful, much like life, it has its storms. So today I'm going to chat about something that's as universal as the tides. Failure. Yeah, failure. That thing that we all try to avoid, like the seagulls trying to pinch our chips. But here's the twist. It's okay to fail in life and still win. What? You can fail and still win, Ellis? Please tell us. So let's dive into why failing might just be the best thing. And you see, failure's got this nasty reputation. Failure's kind of like the villain in every motivational story. But what if I was to tell you that it's more like the misunderstood anti-hero in a way? And research backs this up. Studies do show that failure isn't just an option. It's a necessity for growth. In fact, failure teaches resilience, creativity, and even humility. So it's like getting knocked down by a wave. I mean, sure, you might swallow some salty seawater, but you become a better swimmer for it next time. So let's talk about resilience. Now, there was a 2011 study from University of Colorado, I believe it was. Individuals who faced levels of adversity were actually more resilient than those who experienced little or no adversity at all. It stands to reason, really, doesn't it? It's called the stealing effect. So essentially, when you go through tough times and failures, you build mental muscle. Think of it as emotional weightlifting. So without failure, you're just sitting on your couch and you never really push yourself. Let's talk about innovation. You ever heard of the Post-it note? Of course. Now, that was a failure. It was the 3M scientist, the company 3M, was trying to create a super strong adhesive and ended up with a weak, reusable one instead. Boom. Post-it notes were born. Failure is often the birthplace of innovation. It's like the sea glass that you find on the beach, something that was once broken, but with time and pressure is transformed into something truly beautiful. And then there's the lesson of humility. Failure will always remind us that we're not invincible. It grounds us in a way, but more importantly, it connects us. Everyone fails. From Thomas Edison, who said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways it won't work," to J.K. Rowling, whose bloody manuscript for Harry Potter was rejected 12 times. It's a club that everybody belongs to, and the only entry fee is literally a bit of a bruised ego. So now let's get a little bit more personal. I mean, I failed. Oh, have I failed. But each failure has taught me something. And trust me, learning to laugh at yourself is one of the greatest skills that you can ever develop. Don't forget, I'm the guy who failed to climb Mount Everest. Not once, but twice. But not for lack of trying. So in 2014, I set out for Everest, ready to take on the world. But a devastating avalanche on the mountain claimed 16 Sherpas' lives, ending the climb before it began. It became the mountain's deadliest day. A year later, I returned, just as determined. Then came the 2015 earthquake, 7.8 on the Richter scale, triggering an avalanche that obliterated base camp. Another expedition cut short by forces far greater than myself. 2 attempts, 2 disasters, lots of death and destruction, and 0 summits. But those failures taught me more than success ever could. They forced me to confront who I am when things go wrong, and they helped me find strength that I didn't know I had. Yes, I didn't climb Everest, but those experiences defined me. Sometimes the mountains you don't conquer are the ones that truly shape you. Failure also teaches you who you are, as I've just said. Now, it's easy to be confident when everything's going well, but who are you when things go wrong? That's where the real growth happens. There's a psychologist called Carol Dweck who's known for her work on the growth mindset. Now, she emphasizes that viewing failure as a learning opportunity can help you grow and improve. So instead of asking, "Why did I fail?" try asking, "What can I learn from this?" And let's also not forget the stories that we create from our failures. So every great story has conflict. Can you imagine if The Lord of the Rings was just Frodo taking a casual stroll to Mount Doom with not a single obstacle? Boring, right? It's the challenges and failures that make the story worth telling. So next time you fail, whatever it is in life, whatever you fail at, could be a sports game that you're part of a team, don't be too hard on yourself. Think of it as that plot twist. Laugh a little, cry a little if you must, and then get back up and just keep going one step forward, because every failure is quite literally just a stepping stone to your next success. And remember, it's okay to fail in life and still win. So when I look back at my own failures, I don't see defeat. I see growth, I see grit, and I see someone who kept going even when the odds were stacked heavily against him. And that's how you win in life, by refusing to give up, by turning those failures into fuel. So the next time you fail, don't beat yourself up. Look for the lesson, embrace the challenge, and remember, every failure is just another step towards success. After all, the only true failure is never trying at all. As always, thanks for this walking with me today along the beach. The one takeaway from this that I'm going to leave you with is this, and that's remember that, yeah, the sea might knock you down. You stroll into the sea, the waves are powerful enough to put you down, but it can also lift you up. You've got to embrace the waves, embrace the failures, and keep moving forward. Until next time, take care, stay curious, and don't forget to fail a little along the way.